Yixian County in Anhui Province, China, is a wonderful place to visit. It's a series of glorious old original Ming Dynasty villages. It's also home to many of the wonderful crouching tiger, hidden dragon locations. But I'm here in my quest for original bonsai. And it was back in the 60s that the book Man Lung Artistic Pot Plants was first written by the late great Hong Kong bonsai historian and philanthropist Wu Yixian. And it was in this book that I first learned of the Qin Dynasty poet Dao Yuan Ming. Over the years, I've derived great pleasure from reading Dao Yuan Ming's poetry, and when a sinologist at Melbourne University told me that he believed Dao Yuan Ming's poem Peach Blossom Land was about Yixian County in Anhui Province, I decided that I must go there. But I didn't go there simply to visualize a really glorious poem. It was more to fulfill a dream that I had held for many years, a dream that was born of Wu Yisun's writings of Dao Yuan Ming's distinction of being the first person documented as growing punjing or bonsai. And there were glorious sights at every turn, but I was there for punjing, and we stopped at a roadside punjing nursery where one of the nursery workers kindly agreed to show us how to graft white pines.
一年生的五珍松嫩枝作为嫁接的接穗，然后呢，把这个接穗呢两边削平，削到看得到它的骨髓为止。 木质化的骨髓为止。削的时候要注意，如果你的那个接穗呢很细，砧木很粗的话呢，就要注意一些。切下嫁接的时候呢，大面对着那个砧木的，随便哪一边都行。如果一样粗的话呢，两边都可以对紧了、对齐了。 注意的是那个，行针层你一定要对准。
The Nine Dragon Bamboo Forest stands alongside Green Pearl Pond, just a short drive from the township of Tong Kau. It's where the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Bamboo Top fight scenes were fought. And it has some of the most wonderful graffiti you might ever see attached to some of the bamboo that stands there. There are an abundance of punjing nurseries in Anhui, and it has long been considered the engine room of Chinese punjing. I stopped by another garden and met a young man who was minding the shop for his boss for the day, and he showed me one of their punjing that had won an award at the local show.
And here, in the foothills of Huang Shan, I'm with Mr. Su and his beautiful Dragon of Asia bonsai. You can see that this tree has such a dragon-esque character, and it's very, very much revered here in Anhui.
But it's time to move on in my quest for original bonsai. The ancient Ming Dynasty temple at Nanping village in Yixian County is the place where the big fight scene for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was filmed. It's an architectural marvel with wonderful old ginkgo beams. And out the back, there was a plantation of collected stumps being developed into punjing. I was, of course, a little bit curious, so I did a little bit of detective work and looked around to see just where the owner was. And in a nearby walled garden, I found him tending the punjing inside.
谢谢，谢谢啊，就是啊，现在用就内部去，跟那列才是。Mr. Lee，Mr.
Lee.
哎，内部哎，我发现我都我就这样。 那个都在家那些，但是这个我们晒，但呢那个来，是这个好像不是都这样。 别供的，你都不愿意不和你。
这俺在那里都给我搞，
哎呀，
给那个钱包什么嘛的都给我搞。
对，
他也不是一非中越钱了，一越钱了就给把钱了。
啊，一点。
他比如那边就不大。
Yeah, it's wonderful. A simple man, a medicine man, maybe not so simple, growing bonsai in his retirement, in a beautiful walled courtyard in a magnificent ancient village. Oh, I love it.
This is Yixian County's Huang Shan village. It's another one of the Ming Dynasty villages, and it's possibly the most beautiful of all. You might remember in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, there was a scene where one of the characters walked on water. Well, that was on this inner city lake here. I would walk on water myself, but I just don't feel up to it today. Hong Kong's truly a beautiful place, and I wasn't the only tourist there. There were many students, art students there, painting the old villages, as well as other groups just doing cultural tours as well. But I was here to see Panjing, and there was plenty of that around, and I found a farm where they were abundant.
In the Yixian area, bonsai isn't limited to an artistic endeavour. In this place, it's a mixture of vegetable farming and bonsai collecting. These old trees have been used for firewood for 100 years. People have chopped the wood for heat and for sustenance, and after a time they get an artistic beauty, and hence they're dug out and brought down to a place like this and made into magnificent bonsai trees. Chinese elms, there's trident maples. It's really extraordinary.
Yes, it truly was extraordinary to find so many extraordinary Panjing in this wonderful peach blossom land of Yixian County. But remember, I'm here because of my interest in Dao Yuan Ming, and I've got a tip from one of the locals that I might get a little closer to him than I had ever dreamt. I had a wonderful visit to the garden of Mr. Wong and had a ride in his garden swing, but I had heard that Dao Yuan Ming's relatives lived nearby.
This is it.
So I set off on my journey, walking past glorious old mulberries and apricots and peaches and beautiful gardens at every turn. And along the way, I found numerous locals to help me to direct me to the Dao Yuan Ming ancestor residence. And of course, persistence pays, so it didn't take long to up the next street and around an alley to find the Dao Yuan Ming ancestral home. And unfortunately, Dao Yuan Ming's ancestors were a little shy of the camera, but they called upon the village elder who came along and showed me the ancient book that defined the Dao Yuan Ming family lineage.
And this is the tomb of Dao Yuan Ming's great-grandson. This is Bonsai Heartland, and Huang Shan Mountain is just over there. Thank you for your curiosity, and so long.